Hello, and welcome to the 51st episode of From Impossible to Inevitable. I am your host, Megan Bauer. Thank you so much for joining me today and pushing play. For today, I have a short and sweet episode to help you with holiday overwhelm. When this episode airs, it will be December 15th, which is right in the thick of the holidays, right in all of the fun. On December 15th is actually the last day of school for my girls. And so we will be feeling this too. When school gets out, I feel like all of a sudden I now have to entertain my girls and make sure they have things to do, as well as all of the other things that I generally have to do. And the holidays are such a fun time because there are so many things you get to do. There are family parties, work parties, maybe you have some December birthdays to celebrate. There are so many things. There are seasonal activities that you can only do during this season. And hopefully in your city where you live, there are fun things that only happen around this time of the year. And so it's really easy to feel like there's so much to do, so much to get done, so much to see to, that you actually spend the whole season in overwhelm rather than enjoying the time with your friends, the time with your loved ones, this time of year. And if you're religious, instead of enjoying the reason for the season and taking that time to really ponder the birth of our Savior and the impact that has had on the world. So I offer you today a plan, if you will, to combat this overwhelm. And what I want you to do is to take 10 or 15 minutes, 20, and take this time for yourself to really evaluate. Take a sheet of paper and write down everything that you want to do in this season, in your holiday season, however long that goes for you, if it ends at Christmas or if it ends when the kids go back to school next year, whatever that time frame is. What are all the things in your head? What are all of the things that you keep on feeling like, oh yeah, I got to do that, or I have to mail this, or I have to order that? Write everything down, from Christmas jammies to mailing gifts to sending Christmas cards to picking up the dry cleaning. Everything that is on your mind that you feel like needs to be done or has to be tended to or seen to in the next few weeks, write that all down on a sheet of paper. Everything, and get it all out. And then what I want you to do is take 3 more sheets of paper. And on these three sheets of paper, I want you to divide out your master list. This first sheet of paper are the very most important top priority things. I would recommend that no more than 5 go on this list. These are, if nothing else gets done, this has to happen. These are so important to you. And maybe that's as simple as reading the Christmas story with your kids, or maybe that's attending a loved one's birthday. My birthday is in December, so I would hope to make that list. But anyways, put the top 5 most important things to you, whatever those are, as simple or complex, those top 5 things that are most important. On the second list, I want you to put the things that aren't the most priority, but things that you love to do during this season, things that really mean a lot to you, even though they're not the top priority. These things could be like attending the family party. They could be attending the work party. They could be getting gifts for your friends, or whatever it is. These are things that you really love, really enjoy, really want to do. And then on this third list, this list is for everything else that isn't important. There things that would be nice to get done. This would be something like making all of your coworkers a handmade gift, Well, maybe that would be really nice and you would really love to do that. But if you don't have the time for it, it's not worth the stress. So these things are things that you would still love to do, still like to get done, but they're not important. And then I want you to take these lists and look at all of these things in perspective. What is really going to enrich this time of year for you and your family? What is really not going to matter? And maybe handmade gifts for all of your coworkers would matter. Could that be something that you can do next year when you've given yourself more time? Think about these things, because it's really sad when we get so caught up in all of the extra that we miss the moments of the season. It would be really sad to attend that family party and spend the whole time worrying about the other things that maybe aren't even important that you need to do. Instead of giving yourself the pressure of getting everything done, of being at everything, of doing everything, give yourself the permission to let some things go. And these will be some good things. These will be some fun things. And it'll be okay to let them go. And you can get to them next year if you decide that they really actually are important, and you can prioritize that for next year. And maybe some things you won't even miss. And that's great. The whole point here is to evaluate all of the things that are in your head, all of the fun things that you want to do, all of the things that you feel like you need to do, and maybe you don't need to do. Maybe that would be fun. However, this is more fun and meaningful, and you want to spend your time and your energy and your resources on the one thing that's fun and meaningful, instead of just the one random thing that happens every year in your city and you just go do because you're trying to cram everything in. Don't cram everything in and miss the moments, because the moments matter. That's what I have for you today. Take some time to evaluate, especially if you're feeling holiday overwhelm. Write everything down, get it out of your brain. It will be so helpful. And then take the time to really decide. Put things in their categories, put things in their boxes, or here's a better phrase, put things in their place, physically and mentally, and decide to just let some things go, because we can't do everything. We can't be in all the places. Not everything will get done. So decide just right now what it is that you're just going to let go and let the weight go too. Thank you again for joining me. I hope that you are going to have an excellent, less overwhelmed holiday season. Until next time, bye for now.